Hey guys, Brandon here, and today we're going to get into how to drive your costs down by having a little bit of congruency inside your funnel. Now, a lot of times we want to come up with the fastest way possible, am I right? We always want to cut these corners. Well, I did hear a quote one time where it said, every corner that you cut, you just create two more. So we don't want to cut corners because that's just going to create more work for us in the long run. And when we are creating our advertisements, we know that sometimes we get caught up in the type of words or how long should it be, or the type of hook should we use, or should it be long form, short form, things like that. And today I want to really give you a nice walkthrough so that you could see how simple it could be to create your advertisements. I'm talking about basically having the ads written for you. And the thing that we want to focus on today is this back-end sequence right now. Because you might be thinking, well, what does the back-end sequence have to do with your advertisement? Well, in all honesty, it has everything to do with it. Because your back-end sequence is going to be built out first. And with the way that we want to show you how to build this efficiently so that the VPC method could take place and that you could really start to generate the value, start to really build up a pipeline of people who will open up and will buy from you, we got to make sure that you have this done the right way. So whenever you're creating your ad campaigns, it's going to be attached to a marketing funnel. That marketing funnel has got to be built out before you ever create your advertisement. And so when you think about why I'm showing you this exact walkthrough here on the back end of something, this is where we want to start. Start with the very last email. If somebody had gone through everything the very first time the right way, what kind of experience would you want them to have? If somebody went through it up until the point of seeing your offer and then disengaged because they didn't either like the offer at that time, it wasn't relevant for them at that time, what kind of experience do you want them to have? What do we want to do with the follow-up emails and the goodwill topics? How are we going to approach them and deliver more value so that they could see that you're the person that could solve the problem while still being cool about it and giving them everything that they need along the way to help them get what we call results in advance? If that's what you have laid out here, then guess what you've done already? You've already created your offers. You've already created your everything that goes with offers. You've created your topics you're going to talk about, which can go into helping you create your ad copy and the type of creative you're going to use and the different videos you're going to leverage. All those things are going to now be created before you get to the ad. And once that is all put together in the right place, which is where the module called bulletproof follow-up, we're going to help you create a bulletproof follow-up, just like how it says, I promise you. So everything here, this is just a basic sequence, but now you can get even more creative and start to add in separate things depending on what industry you're in and how you want your customer experience to go. And then we can get up to the front end of the funnel. So you could think of all of your emails and everything after somebody opts in as the back end of your funnel, and people who are coming up until that first session, if people are coming through your funnel the very first time and they're purchasing, then you've made a front end sale. If they're purchasing through your emails, and you've made a back-end sale. So we got to know, obviously, the terminology that we're making so we can stay on the same page. And so when we're moving now from the back forward and we get to this point where we're in our front end funnel, the back end of the front end of our funnel, now we're going to want to start building this out here. So we have, if you have any SMS text reminders in automation, if you have like some type of cold call processor system, which I love, I love the cold call systems. We've set up some really amazing outcome emails based on how people would respond during conversations when our clients would have their employees reach out and make all these calls. So having those SMS text reminders set up, your trigger email set up, these are all going to be like the tags all got to be set up here first. And then we get into the virtual calendar or whatever it is that you're using. If you're selling physical products, it might be like a upsell form or an order form. This might be your downsell. So we want to start creating that now. Your upsell number 2, your upsell number 1, the order forms for them, the sales pages for them, however it is that you're going to do it, and start to really create that now. If you're not doing that and you're doing something like selling information or consulting or professional services, then what you're going to be doing is you're going to create your calendar, and then you're going to create your qualification form, and then you're going to want to create the sales letter and the variations of those. Now, up to this point, it's pretty much the same no matter what industry you're in. You're going to start driving traffic to a landing page to a sales letter to then now we create that back-end sales sequence, which is where, again, you showing up to the members calls is going to be a great deal for you because we can actually go and create one with you. I could sit down with you. It's basically like I'm sitting in your office with you, going over this with your shoulder, and we can actually start to create the best kind of offer for you so that you can see exactly how we can maximize every lead that comes through your funnel, and that'll help you understand more about the psychology of your industry and how to put these things together if you're having any trouble with that. And so sign up with that through just off to the right. There's going to be a little banner for you to go ahead and register for the next members call. Go ahead and register for that. We'll get a hold of you and get you signed up. Then once you get the sales letters put together, then that's where the landing page comes in. Now that we've gotten everything built from the back end forward, guess what happens? We can now start running the traffic to it, but even more important, we have the ad created. This is what we're looking at now. Once you have that landing page done, everything's done here with these variations, we get to take the landing page copy and use that to create our ad copy. And that's what's so cool about this. Now the ad is going to be 100% congruent because we literally took the copy that's putting people to the landing page and it's the exact same. I mean, it might be like, 50%, 60%, 80% the same, depending on the different variations that you use. But you're going to have some variations where they're going to go from this to that. And it's going to be pretty much 100%. And this is going to allow you to stay congruent. We've seen by following this method that, I don't know if you want to call it a method, but just, staying congruent, right? That we can get costs down from usually about 400%. You're looking at about a 4x decrease, depending on how high your ads are right now. Now, if your ads are already performing well, it might be something else. But right now, if you're getting a high cost per lead, try to do it this way. Put this together, complete the before and after, complete the before and after exercise, and make sure that not only do you have that before and after exercise completed, but you're also now got the lead ad congruency. So don't build out anything from the beginning to the end. Build it out from the end to the beginning, following this process, and then take that to the advertisement. You're going to save a lot of time, and I promise you, you're going to get a much lower cost per lead or cost per acquisition. All right, guys, so finish this up, and I'll make sure to catch you on the next lesson.